Hey everyone, welcome to The Wealthy Path. Today, we're talking about something that might not sound exciting but is absolutely essential for your financial health emergency funds. Whether you're just starting out or you've been managing your money for years, having an emergency fund can be a game changer. So, let's dive in. Alright, let's break it down. What exactly is an emergency fund? It's a crucial part of your financial health. You ever heard the phrase, expect the unexpected? It's more relevant than you might think. Well, that's what this is all about, preparing for those moments that catch you off guard. It's a stash of cash, a financial fortress that you build up specifically for those unexpected curveballs life throws your way. Think of it as your personal financial shield. Imagine this, you're driving home and bam, you get a flat tire. It's frustrating, right? Or maybe your trusty refrigerator decides to call it quits. These things happen, right? And they always seem to happen at the worst possible times. But they don't have to derail your entire financial life. With an emergency fund, you can handle these hiccups without breaking a sweat. That's where the emergency fund swoops in to save the day. It's like having a financial superhero by your side. Think of it like this. You wouldn't climb Mount Everest without proper gear and preparation, would you? The same goes for your finances. An emergency fund is your financial safety net, your backup plan for when things go south. It's your umbrella on a rainy day. It's there to help you cover unexpected expenses like medical bills, car repairs, or even a sudden job loss. These are the kinds of expenses that can really throw you off balance. The goal is to have this financial cushion so you don't have to rely on credit cards or even worse, go into debt when life throws you a curveball. Debt can be a slippery slope. It's about having peace of mind, knowing you've got a safety net to catch you. It's about financial security and stability. Now, you might be thinking, Graham, I can barely afford my rent, let alone save up thousands of dollars. And I hear you. It can seem daunting, but trust me, building an emergency fund is possible even on a tight budget. It just takes some planning and discipline. We'll get to that in a bit. There are strategies to make it easier. But first, let's talk about how much you should actually aim to save. Setting a target is crucial, because, let's be real, having a random $100 stashed away isn't going to cut it when a real financial emergency hits. You need a solid plan. Okay, let's talk numbers. How much should you actually have in this financial safety net of yours? Now, the general rule of thumb you'll hear thrown around is 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. But let's break that down, because everyone's situation is different. First things first, you gotta figure out what your monthly expenses actually are. And no, I'm not just talking about your rent or mortgage, I'm talking about everything. Groceries, utilities, transportation, those daily coffees you just can't live without. Track your spending for a month or two, or use a budgeting app. There are tons of them out there. Once you have a clear picture of your monthly expenses, you can start calculating your emergency fund target. Let's say your monthly expenses come out to around $2,000. Using the 3 to 6 month rule, you'd want to aim for an emergency fund of $6,000 to $12,000. Now this is where things get a little more personalized. If you're a freelancer or have a job with irregular income, you might want to aim for the higher end of that range, maybe even closer to 6 to 12 months worth of expenses. Why? Because having that extra cushion can provide some much-needed peace of mind when your income fluctuates. On the other hand, if you have a stable 9-to-5 job and are part of a dual-income household, you might feel more comfortable with a smaller emergency fund, closer to that 3-month mark. The key here is to assess your own risk tolerance and comfort level. Do you have dependents who rely on your income? Do you have any outstanding debt? These are all factors to consider when determining the right emergency fund size for you. Remember, this is your financial safety net. It's about finding that sweet spot where you feel secure and prepared without feeling like you're sacrificing too much in the present moment. Building an emergency fund is a journey, not a sprint. It takes time, patience, and consistent effort. Start small if you need to, even if it's just setting aside a few dollars each week. Over time, these small contributions will add up, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your fund grows. The peace of mind that comes with knowing you have a financial cushion to fall back on is invaluable, so take that first step today, and your future self will thank you. Alright, so we know why we need an emergency fund and how much we should aim for, but knowing is just the first step. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty how to actually build one, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Step 1. Start small. If the thought of saving thousands of dollars seems daunting, don't worry, you don't have to do it all at once. It's all about taking baby steps. Start with a smaller, more manageable goal, like $500 or $1,000. This initial target is achievable and will give you a sense of accomplishment. Remember, even a small emergency fund is better than none at all. It can cover minor, unexpected expenses and give you peace of mind. Step 2. Automate your savings. This is crucial. Automation takes the effort out of saving and ensures consistency. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a dedicated savings account every time you get paid. This way, you won't even miss the money. Think of it like paying yourself first. Prioritizing your savings can make a big difference over time. You can start with a small amount, like $25 or $50 per paycheck, and gradually increase it over time. As your financial situation improves, so can your contributions. Step 3. Cut back on non-essentials. This might be the hardest step, but it's also one of the most effective. I know, nobody likes to hear this, but it's necessary for building a solid financial foundation. But take a good hard look at your spending habits. Identify areas where you can make cuts without feeling deprived. Are there any areas where you can cut back without drastically changing your lifestyle? Small changes can lead to big savings. Maybe it's eating out less, canceling those subscription boxes you never use, or finding cheaper alternatives for everyday items. These adjustments can free up more money for your emergency fund. Every little bit adds up. Small, consistent efforts can lead to significant savings over time. Step 4. Use windfalls wisely. This is a fun one because it involves unexpected money. This is a fun one. Did you get a tax refund, a bonus at work? These are perfect opportunities to boost your savings. Did you get a tax refund, a bonus at work? Or maybe you won a small lottery prize. Hey, it could happen. Or maybe you won a small lottery prize. Hey, it could happen. Instead of blowing it all, consider putting a portion of it straight into your emergency fund. Instead of blowing it all, consider putting a portion of it straight into your emergency fund. This can give your savings a quick and substantial boost. It's a great way to give your savings a quick boost. Windfalls can significantly accelerate your progress. Step 5. Keep it accessible but separate. Your emergency fund should be easily accessible but not so easy that you're tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. Your emergency fund should be easily accessible but not so easy that you're tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. Consider keeping it in a high-yield savings account. Consider keeping it in a high-yield savings account. These accounts offer better interest rates than traditional savings accounts. So your money can grow a little while it sits there, waiting to be your financial knight in shining armor. These accounts offer better interest rates than traditional savings accounts. So your money can grow a little while it sits there, waiting to be your financial knight in shining armor. With these steps, you'll be well on your way to building a robust emergency fund. Alright, let's talk about what actually qualifies as an emergency. Because let's be real, not every unexpected expense deserves to be bailed out by your hard-earned emergency fund. Here's the deal. Your emergency fund is there for true emergencies, those unexpected events that could throw your finances into a tailspin. Think sudden job loss, medical bills that your insurance doesn't fully cover, urgent car repairs that prevent you from getting to work, or a leaky roof that's threatening to damage your belongings. Now let's talk about what doesn't count as an emergency. That flash sale on designer shoes you've been eyeing? Not an emergency. A last-minute vacation because you're feeling spontaneous? Nope, not an emergency either. And upgrading your phone just because the new model came out? Definitely not an emergency. I know it can be tempting to dip into your emergency fund for things that feel urgent in the moment, but trust me, it's important to be disciplined. Remember, this fund is your financial safety net, your peace of mind. Don't let a moment of weakness derail your financial goals. Here's a good rule of thumb. Before you touch your emergency fund, ask yourself, is this something that could potentially lead to debt or financial hardship if I don't have the cash on hand? If the answer is yes, then it might qualify as an emergency. If not, find another way to pay for it. Remember, building an emergency fund takes time and effort. It's about making smart choices and prioritizing your financial well-being. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about building and maintaining your very own financial safety net. Let's do a quick recap, just to make sure it's all crystal clear. Number 1. Aim for 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. Remember, this is a general guideline, so adjust it based on your own personal circumstances and risk tolerance. Number 2. Start small, automate your savings, and cut back on non-essential expenses. Building an emergency fund is a marathon, not a sprint. Even small, consistent contributions can add up over time. Number 3, keep your emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. This way your money is easily accessible when you need it, but it's also earning a little bit of interest while it sits there. And finally, number 4, only use your emergency fund for true emergencies. Those unexpected events that could derail your finances if you're not prepared. Building an emergency fund might not be the most glamorous financial goal, but trust me, it's one of the most important. It's about taking control of your finances, being prepared for the unexpected, and having the peace of mind knowing that you've got your back, no matter what life throws your way. And that's it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use a little financial peace of mind. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on tips to improve your financial health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.